Hey guys, Ben here from Velflex. Now today we're talking UltraColour MAX and the 3 different ways that you can order it. Now guys, we have 3 different ways because depending on how you want to receive the transfers can determine the price and the cost efficiency of UltraColour MAX. Now, the first way that you can buy UltraColour MAX is ready to press transfers. Now guys, what does ready to press mean? It means a transfer that is perfectly cut out, nice and square, ready to press as you receive them. So if you were to order 100 of these or 50 of these or 20 of these, this logo right here, you receive it, 50 of them cut exactly like this, bagged up, so that when you receive them into your office, you can open the bag and get pressing straight away. They're ready to press transfers, okay? Individual. Now, if you've got multiple designs that you want to lay up, you've got multiple designs to order, that sort of thing, there is a slightly more cost-effective way to order multiple designs, okay? And that's called a gang sheet. Now, a gang sheet looks a little bit like this one here, where what you've got is an A3 sheet, and we've laid all of the different designs out, nesting them up, okay? And that's something you do in your own office. That's something that you do using a graphics program where you take all of your artworks, you lay them out, and you might have one logo up 2 or 3 times, you might have one logo up once, you might have another logo up 5 or 6 times. You lay that all up, you take the A3 size. Now we've got the gang sheet, as we call it, available online. So go onto our website, click on gang template, and you download that, and that allows you to see the exact sizing of the sheet, and you can upload all of your artwork, place it onto that gang, and then you can submit that gang through our online ordering. Now obviously here you've got multiple logos, you're laying it out, and what you're paying for is that ganged A3. Now a ganged A3 is cheaper to buy it that way than to buy all of those logos individually. And the reason being is simple. When you buy them individually, we then place them and put them through our system individually. So it might be 5 or 6 different jobs. We also cut them up individually. We QC them individually. We bag them individually. So there's a lot more work that goes into it. When we supply it as an A3 sheet, this is how we'd supply it to you. So you'd receive it flat like this. When you get it into your own office, you then get a pair of scissors or a stencil knife, or even like you might have a cutter or a guillotine, and then you can go and guillotine your sheet down into its individual transfer. So there's a bit of work that you've got to do at the start of the ordering process to get it all ganged up, and there's a bit of work for you to do in your office, but because you're doing the work, we're not, so therefore we can pass those savings on to you, and it's a little bit cheaper for you to buy. So you've got that extra bit of time, or you've got a staff member that's free throughout the day, that sort of thing, and they have a bit of graphics skill set, then absolutely buying a ganged sheet is a more cost-effective way of going about it. Now the third way to buy UltraColour MAX, now this is the most cost-effective. We look at this as being our trade print service, okay? And this is Meterage, okay? So this right here, and I'll roll this off, but this is Meterage, where somebody has ganged up, a bit like the A3 sheet that we've just talked about. What they've done is they've ganged it up on a meter. So a meter by 600 wide, it's about 580 to be honest, 580 wide by a meter, and they've laid all of those logos up, okay? And you can sort of see how somebody has ganged this particular sheet up. They nest them as far away from each other, or they fill in all the little holes, that sort of thing, but it's effectively one big print file. And we sell this as a 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, or a 4 meter meterage gang. You might lay up a 2 meter file, right, supply that through, and you say, I want that 2 meter file printed 4 times, okay? And that's how we'd supply it to you. There'd be 4 2 meter files supplied to you in a tube or a box, actually, because it's easier for couriering so it doesn't get lost. But you'd supply this, and then you would go and cut them all up. Now again, on your end of things, you'll have to use a bit of graphics program to lay everything up, okay? And check that all of the artwork is right and to the right size. That's really, really important. And also, when you receive it, you unroll the box and you have to cut them all up yourself. Now, again, saving us even more time. Obviously, meterage printing is for more that volume ordering because you are ordering such large areas of print. So if you've got lots of artworks and lots of designs and lots of printing to do every day, meterage is by far the cheapest way to do it. But there's that graphics work that you do at the start before you upload the artwork, and there's obviously the in-house work, you guillotining and cutting it all up that you need to do in your own office. Obviously, going through the three, we have customers who choose the different types of ordering depending on where their staff are at and what sort of work they can do in-house. We have lots of customers who go, yes, I know that this is the most cost effective, but when I receive the transfers in, I might be the owner of the business. When I receive the transfers in, my time is really precious and I want to get in straight away and just start the pressing of the job, and I don't have time to be cutting up the transfers individually, that sort of thing. The other thing with cutting them individually, you might not be cutting them square, perfectly square. We certainly make sure that all of our cuts are really square and we nest them so that we've got good areas around every single transfer, just like this one here, okay? And what we do, when you lay up a transfer, you can rely on those edges to be nice and straight. If you're nesting them and putting them really close together and you've got to cut around, it's sometimes harder to lay them up, get that perfect, nice application. So we have customers who will choose individual ready to press because it's much faster for application. So guys, there's the three. Individual ready to press transfers, more expensive, but much faster to upload. Individual artworks, much faster to receive and get straight into pressing. So if time is really important to you, then that is probably the best choice of way of uploading artworks and receiving them. If you've got a bit of graphics skill set there and you want to nest them onto sheets, okay, and don't have the huge volumes of ordering, buying a ganged sheet is a little bit more cost effective, so you can absolutely do that. And just remember, make sure you've got good gaps between your transfers to cut them individually. And then if you've got higher volumes, then you can get into your meterage printing, and obviously the more you order, the cheaper the meters become. Guys, if you've got any questions around UltraColour MAX and how to order any of those, reach out to us, hit us on our socials, send us an email, give us a call. Cheers guys.